It's called 11 Minutes with a Window View of Earth. Want to know about Blue Origin space flights? Tyrone Bowman live. So let's talk about this article that was written for USA Today by Eric Lagata. According to USA Today, Blue Origin's famed New Shepard launch vehicle is on the cusp of ferrying its next crew of celebrities and notable people to the edge of space, where its passengers will have a front row seat of Earth from more than 60 miles high. The commercial space flights are one's billionaire Jeff Bezos' space technology company has been offering since 2021. Ever since the Amazon founder himself boarded the spacecraft for its maiden crew voyage, the upcoming flight is also the first in nearly 4 years with veritable household names. That this time includes pop artist Katy Perry and CBS Mornings co-host Gayle King. The spacecraft that Perry King and four other women are set to fly aboard as early as Monday morning is the same one that 48 others have rode to space on 10 previous human space flights. Joining them is civil rights activist Amanda Nugent, former NASA rocket scientist Aisha Bowe, filmmaker Carrie Ann Flynn, and Bezos' fiancée Lauren Sanchez. The New Shepard, composed of both a rocket and crew capsule, will blast off at supersonic speeds after it lifts off from Blue Origin's private ranch facility in West Texas, taking the notable all-women crew high above Earth's atmosphere. For nearly 4 years since its first crew spaceflight, New Shepard has served as a poignant symbol of Blue Origin's commercial spaceflight ambitions. Among a growing space tourism industry, Bezos' company is increasingly becoming a major player in the commercial space industry, competing with the likes of Elon Musk's SpaceX for NASA's business, as well as the business of other private companies. Here's everything you need to know about the New Shepard rocket that will be at the center of what is sure to be a headline-grabbing flight. So when is the Blue Origin launch taking place? Gayle King, Katy Perry, among a crew of all women, are launching to space. And what is the New Shepard spacecraft? Named after astronaut Alan Shepard, the first American in space. The gumdrop-shaped New Shepard launch vehicle is designed to be fully reasonable, with a capsule that returns to Earth via 3 parachutes. The rocket itself is powered by one BE 3PM engine, which propels it to suborbit before restarting to booster to just 6 miles per hour for a controlled landing back on the launch pad. The spacecraft operates autonomously, meaning no pilots are aboard. After taking off from the company's launch site, one in rural West Texas, more than 140 miles west of El Paso. So this is a figure here. It's a photo. The photo I'm going to show you, a Blue Origin New Shepard rocket lifts off with a crew of 6 on December 11th, 2021. Site 1. So this is what it will probably look like when they are up in the air. So that's a view of it, ladies and gentlemen. It's best as I can give you for right now until the actual launch takes place. But New Shepard doesn't just take celebrities on joy rides to the edge of space. In fact, the majority of space flights Blue Origin has conducted to date with New Shepard haven't even had a crew. Blue Origin has launched the New Shepard plenty of times with scientific payloads and other cargo on board from paying customers, including NASA. For instance, in early February, New Shepard successfully simulated the moon's low gravity on board its capsule during a brief flight. On board was cargo belonging to NASA, which helped fund the mission, as the U.S. Space Agency prepares to send humans back to the moon in the years ahead under its Artemis campaign. And people thought that Star Trek was far-fetched, and Star Trek Voyager. Remember all those movies about Star Trek and Captain Kirk and Dr. Spock and etc.? How long will the crew be in space? Here's what happens on a Blue Origin space flight. The New Shepard's crew capsule can hold up to 6 people for a brief voyage among the Kármán line, the 62-mile-high internationally recognized boundary of space. Each space flight lasts about 11 minutes from liftoff to capsule touchdown, allowing passengers to experience a few minutes on weightlessness while in microgravity. The capsule also comes outfitted with large windows for them to enjoy the stunning view of Earth. During each launch, the rocket reaches initial speeds exceeding 2 miles per hour, much faster than the speed of sound, before the booster separates within a few minutes of takeoff. As the booster lands, firing its engines and using its fins to slow and control its descent, the capsule continues its journey for a few additional minutes. Once the capsule makes a parachute-assisted landing in a remote area, a Blue Origin team is deployed to recover the spacecraft and picking up its passengers. So, question is, when did Blue Origin begin New Shepard launches? Bezos joined the spacecraft's first crew flight in 2021 as part of the NS-16 mission, which came after New Shepard flew on 15 flights tests beginning in 2012. With the vehicle's latest crew flight, February 25th, 10 of Blue Origin's 30 missions have now carried people to the edge of space. A total of 48 people have flown on the New Shepard, including 4 repeat passengers. However, the launch vehicle's space flights were paused for nearly 2 years when the rocket was grounded in September of 2022, following a failed mission without a crew on board. Despite the mishap, Blue Origin's officials have insisted that the capsule is designed to safely abort a space flight by ejecting from the rocket and deploying parachutes early if needed. As happened in 2022, the rocket itself crashed back to Earth during the flight with no reported injuries or damage. Blue Origin's space flights with humans aboard then resumed in May of 2024, after the Federal Aviation Administration closed its investigation and ordered the company to make 21 corrective actions. I'll tell you one thing, I wouldn't be getting on there. Not going to happen. What other notable people have flown on Blue Origin's launches? Here's a picture of Star Trek actor William Shatner. At the time of this picture, he was 90 years old, as he was speaking to the media after his after his October 12th, 2021 flight with 3 others in a capsule powered by Blue Origin's reusable. So here's 90-year-old William Shatner, aka Captain Kirk. All right, enough of Shatner. Passengers on Blue Origin's New Shepard have hailed from a variety of backgrounds and have included tech executives, entrepreneurs, scientists, and even a few well-known celebrities. In 2021, both Star Trek actor William Shatner and NFL legend Michael Strahan boarded the New Shepard on separate flights. Shatner, who was 90 at the time, embarked on his voyage October 13 that year, becoming the oldest person to ever make a spaceflight. He was joined by former NASA engineer Chris Bowman, a Blue Origin vice president Audrey Powers, and entrepreneur Glenn DeVers. When the crew safely landed back on Earth several minutes later, Shatner could be heard saying the experience was unlike anything they described. So here is crew members of Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket, Laura Shepard Churchley, daughter of the first American in space, as she got a hug from NFL legend Michael Strahan. All right, see what this is about right here. Here we go. As you can see, I talk about a lot of things on this program. So Strahan's spaceflight then came toward the end of 2021 on December 11th, when he flew with a crew that included Laura Shepard Churchley, Alan Shepard's daughter. Also on the flight was tech CEO Dylan Taylor, investor Evan Dick, venture capitalist Lane Bess, and his child Cameron Bess. Blue Origins also is developing its massive New Glenn rocket, which launched in January on its maiden flight. The 320-foot tall heavy lift launch vehicle, which launched without a crew on January 16th from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida, is meant to challenge SpaceX in regularly deploying satellites and other cargo into orbit. Named after John Glenn, the first American to orbit Earth, New Glenn rivals SpaceX's 400-foot Starship in size. Its first stage, powered by 7 Blue Origin engineers known as BE-4, is designed to be reusable for 25 missions. Wow, that was long, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for even being patient while I was going through this this long reading. If you like the content, if you like the channel, please subscribe. Never surrender, never quit.